third quarter final. Now we're getting into some serious business here. We have the host nation. We have France against reigning world champions and, to be honest, all out brutes of the game, South Africa. Now, I am seriously looking forward to this. It's still filming this now. It's still too early in the week to be able to tell if Dupont is getting signed back by the doctor to play or not. Now, I do feel France have a much stronger chance with Dupont, but then you've also got to ask the question, if he returns for the quarterfinal with a face gear on, is there going to be tentativeness going into contact? Is there going to be that little fraction of a second thought before he acts? Or will he be back to full speed or gung-ho? Because what he can create is magical. It's up there with some of the best playing in the world. Now, in relation to food, it's a little one-sided. So I'm going to leave the French till last because, French food, look at this. I have a delicious custard mille-feuille, or however you pronounce it. Something I've always got wrong. South African, Simba Ghost Pops, chili chutney boerewors sausage. Slate me in the comments if I have absolutely brutalized the saying of that. And then just some regular beef biltong. I went for the slices, semi-fatty. Now, I love biltong. I love jerky. I love any kind of dried meats. And I got this from, I believe the shop is called Savannah. And there's a few around London. And they have like a pick and mix selection of biltong. So of course I went nuts. I got a couple of 100 grams of regular biltong, which is delicious. It's really tough. And it's tough, it's heavy, it's there's no beating around the bush, it's very direct. Same with the sausage. Oh, the snap on that is really, really good. And this is the thing, this is what South Africa is in rugby terms. It's powerful, it's strong, it's very upfront. Their backs are very, very good, but they don't get as much action as the backs in other teams, like Ireland, France. Their forwards are very much there, and they will make you know that they are there. Just like this, it's rich, like the depth of their squad, and again, it's just powerful, and you've had it. This clash, I think, even if Dupont starts, I'm going to go back to eat this as well. If South Africa are able to slow the ball down, suffocate Dupont, and becomes a game of attrition, if he starts, even if he doesn't, whoever then is in his place at the number 9 is going to have the same challenges. If the forwards of South Africa slow the ball down, hold on, frustrate, it's going to be tough to get through them. And yes, there's home support for France, but what does that turn into for the French? Is that going to be something they can draw on, or is it going to be ultimately something that causes that little bit more stress? There's a weight of expectancy on the shoulders of France going into this tournament, and especially going into this game. And the reality is, during the Uruguay match, when they didn't perform too well, yes, okay, it wasn't a knockout game, it wasn't the be-all and end-all. They had overcome the opening game with New Zealand, and they had done it quite well as well. but they put out a weaker side and they struggled against Uruguay, and ultimately the crowd started to boo the French players. Now, if it was a knockout game and the French were losing, would the audience still turn on their players? Now, I know that the audience and the crowd of the French are very, very passionate and are very opinionated. Like, if they don't like something, they will let you know about it. But I'm just wondering if that quickness to react to decisions in the negative manner, if the crowd doesn't agree, whether that's going to maybe add more stress. I said at the start, being an Irish supporter, I would probably, out of those two, because I do feel that the two finalists are going to come from this side of the draw, I do feel that I would rather, having beaten South Africa in the groups, probably play France in the final, because France haven't been in a final since 2011, I believe. They lost to New Zealand in New Zealand after just overcoming the Welsh in the semi-final by 1 point. And I do believe there's not many players left from that time. So it's going to be, if, say, Ireland was in the final, France would be the better team to play. Because, yes, they're at home, but they're not a team with a lot of experience in a World Cup final. And it's a different kind of animal. So there'll be nerves on both sides. And I think that would hold whoever plays them, really, if they were to make the final, whichever team meets them. I do feel that the pressure that they would feel may actually be a benefit. But back to this match. More ghost pops. Jelly tots. Like, I got an abundance of stuff from that shop. To be fair, if it was not even in the semi-final, quarter-final, I'd have probably still gone in there and just bought loads of stuff, because it's a great shop. So these are Ghost Pops, the original Flavour Maize snacks. Now, part of me, when I saw this, I was expecting like something super spicy, but I think it's just the shape of the snack. It's like a maize snack. Yeah, okay. Kind of like a tomato ketchup flavour. Light, airy, tangy. Scrumptious. Now on to the jelly tots. See, I think the snacks that I just got from, South Africa kind of highlights like how much food I got. Kind of highlights the depth that they may have at the moment going in. I do feel that there's just a lot of power wherever you look. So we'll see what happens. So these are Berrylicious. Oh no, sorry, Crazy Berry Jelly Tots. Now obviously we have Jelly Tots in the UK and they look very similar, so. They're a little softer. Very fruity. Very delicious. A little bit sticky to your teeth. I mean, I would rate that as a solid sort of come on in the 60th minute as a substitute for your very strong, powerful flavoured sausage. That's got a lot of punch to it as well. But the French, as we've already discussed, patisserie stuff is unbelievable, as is the French team. I mean, honestly, being an Irish supporter, we have had a great run, 100%. But the French, I don't know, there's just something, I feel, when France are playing a match, I feel more confident the French going into the match are going to win. And I kind of feel like that going into this quarterfinal. Now, as much as there is this huge abundance of South African food, South African strength, South African experience with World Cups, there's just something about the French, a certain je ne sais quoi. And, you know, I think the French might have it. If it goes by foods, I think this lineup pairs perfectly. That strong, meaty beginning, the sweet, delicious, kind of delicate artistry, I think, for lack of a better word, in their pastry, kind of sums up what they can create with DuPont especially. But I mean, make no mistake, France are a better side with DuPont. But that does not make France a bad side without DuPont. They're still one of the best in the world. I'm going France by 5. I think it could come down to a late try in the corner or a missed conversion. And again, with the history of South Africa's kicking going on in this tournament at the moment, and whether Pollard starts or not, it could come down to a pressure kick. It could come down to something as simple as that. But I'm going to go with France 5. Regardless of whether DuPont starts, I think French have enough firepower in their arsenal. So yeah, France by 5. Obviously, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button to get notified, because there will be loads of videos going up over the next couple of weeks with semi-finals, third place playoffs. If I make it to the final, then if I make it to the final, I'm not playing. But when we make it to the final, there may be a few other bits that I might do as well. So obviously, keep yourself posted, hit that bell button. It means the world to me to see you guys interact. Put your comments below. Let me know who you think is going to win. Let me know what you think would be your favourite snack. And if there's anything that I've missed, I'm sure there's loads of foods that I've missed. I would love to hear them in the comments, and I will do my best to get through absolutely every single item of food in the comments below. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the game. Hope both teams come through uninjured, unscathed, so that whoever does make it to the final has a good battle with the other team. But in the meantime, I'm taking the finesse and the artistry, and I'm turning it ugly.